What's up, you guys? Here with another video. Okay, this is gonna be something different. So I made a video for my dad for Christmas. Want to see what you guys think about it. But basically a backstory about me and my dad's relationship, so you guys somewhat understand like what the video is really about. But instead of buying presents, I wanted to make this something special for him, for memories. And like, this is my second Christmas with him ever, and I had one that last year. The last year was our first Christmas together. My dad's like in his 70s, and we didn't really have holidays together, birthdays or anything. So I was really excited for my first Christmas together. I mean, if we had Christmas together when I was a kid, I don't remember at all. Last year was my first Christmas I ever remember having with him. So it was so awesome and excited. I was so happy. But the story behind why me and my dad really haven't had any holidays, or really haven't had that much time with each other, is because my mom and my dad divorced when I was a kid. And I was like I don't remember. I was like really small when they divorced. Well, my dad was a long haul truck driver before we were even born. And when we were born, he basically stayed as a truck driver. I obviously I wish he found a different job to where he like stayed in the state that we lived in. But he kept his truck driving because he loved that job. That's the only job he ever had. He was really passionate with the truck driving job, and he loved it. He was happy, and I don't want to take that from him. And I don't want to basically like be the daughter that give him guilt trips and stuff, because that's the job he loved to do. Of course, I was talking to my other friends about, my dad could have switched jobs. Like, he didn't have to stay at truck driving, or at least he could have switched to short haul. But, I couldn't do. I mean, he did what he was happy doing, and that's all that mattered. It was hard, because we didn't see him that often, and so I don't have that many pictures of us together growing up. What you guys see on this video is majority of the pictures that we do have together. He has a little bit more pictures like at his house of us, but maybe like 3 or 4 more pictures I did take a screenshot of that he has. We do have a couple baby pictures together, but they're not in the video because I would have had to dig them out on my pictures. But that's about it. The majority of the pictures that you see is what I have. So I try to basically put a thing together for the pictures that I do have, and put memories, like how you guys see I would say stuff about memories we had together. And so my favorite memories of us is we always went to wrestling matches, we always went to races, and those are my favorite memories with him, and I loved it. I was so excited every time I knew I was in a wrestling match, all races, and that was like me and my daddy's thing. My dad's a big fan of wrestling. He loves wrestling. He still watches wrestling to this day. He's a big wrestling fan. And the only time I ever actually went to a wrestling match in person was with my dad. My dad's the only person I've ever in my life went to wrestling matches with. Races. I love races. But my dad's the only one I've ever went to races with. And I'm hoping we can go to one again before, something happens to him, but I don't see it happening. So anyways, he moved away to California when, basically after him and my mom divorced. And we lived in Washington. So basically my dad lived in California and he moved a lot, and then we lived in Washington. I lived with my mom for the most part. And then I went to my dad's house in the summers. He paid for us to go every summer. He would pay for me and my twin to go up to go see him. So we would go to his place in the summers. And we didn't see him that often. I mean, he was still a truck driver, so majority of the time we were there, you know, about 60% of the time, he was gone. We really barely got to see him, but we did get to see him when he did come home. So, and then besides the summers, he would come to Washington when he had a load in Washington. So he did come to see us in Washington here and there when he had a trip to Washington. So, and I remember, I mean, I still have a lot of memories of, you know, of course, you know, we would know when he was going to come. You know, basically, you know, when he did come to Washington, I was so excited. Of course, I was so happy to see my daddy. And, basically, like, everyone else was, like, disappeared. Like, you know, when my daddy was in Washington, when my daddy was with me, like, all my friends and stuff, I didn't get to hang out with him because I knew that, you know, I only had a week or less with my daddy. And so I would constantly be with him as a big daddy's girl. I'm still him. And I would, you know, hug him and hold him so tight because I just didn't want him to leave. And when the time did come for him to leave, people would like my mom and other people would have to like pull me off him because I just didn't want him to leave. And but I knew he had to. But I knew he would come back. But I didn't know when. You know, we went months and months and stuff without seeing him. So it's like I knew he was gonna come back, but it's like when. It is hard to have a parent that's like in the army or a truck driver or what, you know, whatever job that they have, that they're gone for months or years at a time, and you don't get to see him. So throughout the years that was seeing him here and there. My dad hates the phone. He never calls anyone. So the only time I ever got to talk to him is when I called him. But I didn't call him as often as I should have. So we really talked. And when after I got pregnant with my baby, my first baby, I got pregnant with her at 16, and I went to go see my dad when I was pregnant with her. And then after I had her, that was the last time I went to my dad's house. And so I did not see my dad for 8 years straight. My dad met my oldest when she was a baby. He came down, him and my stepmom flew down when she was 1 year old for her first birthday. And that was awesome. You know, they flew down just for her birthday, and that was amazing. After that, he came down when she was 5 years old, and she is so cute. I have a picture. The last time that my daughter and my dad seen each other, besides now, she was 5, and I have a picture of her sitting on his lap, and they were just looking at each other smiling. That's the last time I saw my dad until I moved here. So that was 8 years that we did not see each other and really talked. But my dad might have not been in my life physically my whole life, but he's always been there emotionally. And when I did call him, he was always there to talk to me. He was always there to support me in whatever I was talking to him about. And he was always there for me. I know my daddy loves me. I don't ever use it against him that he was not in my life physically my whole life. I don't ever use it against him that he was a long-haul truck driver, so his job made him not be in our lives. I never use that against him. So basically, I moved here last year in August, and basically since I've been here last year of August, this is the most in one period of a time that me and my dad's been together, seeing each other. And now I'm happy that I finally get to have holidays with him. And last year, my birthday was my first birthday. I remember being with him. And that's the thing, you know. He moved out of state when we were kids. He was a long haul truck driver. If he stayed in Washington, obviously would have seen him more. Because when he did come back home, you know, we would have been with him. But he moved out of state, and you know that was his choice. That, you know, he said that, you know, when he left Washington, it made him happier, and you know. But yeah, so that was a backstory, basically of what, you know, you understand more of the video now and stuff, and instead of getting him something, I wanted to make something for him, because like last year, I got him my #1 dad hat, my daughter got him my grandpa's shirt, and we got some nice slippers. But this year I wanted to actually do something for him that actually really meant something. Because my daddy is amazing. He is my hero. And he fought for us. And he's everything to me. And once my daddy goes, I'll be devastated, because he is my daddy, and you know, and that's the thing, you know, and that's you know, too, I know my daddy is my daddy, but there is a slim chance that he is not my real dad. I'll never know, because I'll never take a DNA test, but when my mom got pregnant with us, and me and my twin, she was sleeping, you know, and so, you know, my dad's always told us growing up, you know, well, I'll take a DNA test if you would. And because I don't know 100%, I can't tell you 100% that I am your dad. And I was like, Dad, I don't care what the DNA test says. I've never taken one, I never will, I refuse to, because no matter what that DNA test says, he is my dad. And if for some reason it came out negative, which I doubt it because I look a lot like him, but if it came out negative, I don't care who my real dad is, because he is my real dad. And he's always, every time we talk about that, he's just like boss, you know, because, and he's even said, he's like, I don't care what the DNA test says, you are my daughter. And I was like, that's why I don't want to take the DNA test, because you're my dad no matter what. And I'm 34, and I still think the same way with the whole DNA test. He still says to this day he'll take it, but no. He's been my dad for the last 34 years, and he's been my daddy my whole life. But anyways, let's get on to the video. I just wanted to give you guys a backstory of why this video is special to me, and I can't wait for him. I can't wait to see him watch it. And let's get on with the video. And you guys, let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. It's not obviously a long video. It's not really a lot of pictures, but it's, you know, like I said, I had what, you know, I do. I don't have that many pictures of Jasmine and him together, him and Haley together. What you guys see is what I had. So I hope you guys enjoy it, just like my daddy's gonna enjoy it. Hi Daddy. I hope you enjoyed this video. I just wanted to put some memories together for us, and I just want you to know that I love you so much, and you've always been my hero. You will always be my daddy no matter what, and you mean everything to me. I know I don't come around and see you as much as I should, and I need to, but I just want you to know that I always think about you, and I'm always talking about you. You are the best daddy in the world, and you've always been my #1 hero, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And even though you might not have been in my life physically my whole life, you've always been in my heart, and you've always been there for me emotionally. And when I did come down to see you in the summers, when you were home, you were always there for me. And I, just thinking about all the memories that we had together, and my favorite, memories of the races and the wrestling matches together. I'll never forget those. And even though I only have one memory of a wrestling match when I was a kid with you, but I know we went through a lot more. And it meant everything that, to me, with the stuff that you did do for us. And you tried to, you did what you could do to still be in our lives. You did what you could do for me and taught me to come and see you. And, I appreciate everything you've done and being by my side, even if it was over the phone. But you're still there for me. You might not have liked a lot of my decisions in life, but you never turned your head away. No matter what, you never looked down on me. You never, thought of me different. You always loved me, no matter what decisions I made in life. And I know you're trying to get me out of bad situations, and my dumb butt still stayed in them. And even though you were trying to help me, and I knew you were trying to help me, I kind of turned my head the other way. And I regret it. But you can't change it now. And I know that you tried to get me to live with you, and I never did. And I wish I did, because I knew I would have had a way better life if I lived with you instead of Mom. But, you can't change your choices. But I love you, Daddy. And you are my hero, and you are the best. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And I'm so glad that I get to finally have Christmas with you and holidays with you that I can remember. And it means a world to me. So, I love you, Daddy.